Hey y'all, welcome to Veggie Farming. I'm Stacy, and today it's time for me to up-pot my fall seedlings. I started them in my AeroGarden seed starting system on August 17th, and so now they're large enough, it's time for me to up-pot them into some seed starting mix. I'm in zone 8A North Texas, and we're still hitting 100 degrees, so it's still a little too hot for me to get them outside. So I'm gonna keep them inside a little longer, and then I'll just have to harden them off, get them used to the sun again before I plant them out, probably around the beginning of October. So I'm gonna show you around, show you my growing area, and show you what I've gotten started. So let's get started. So this tray I started on August 26th, and this is cocoa coir, and this one is seed starting mix. So I have some seeds that I started that way, and I also have this small AeroGarden seed starting setup, and that's the one we're going to up pot today. This one I started on August 23rd. And this is the larger AeroGarden seed starting system. So most of those have come up, and that's the 50 tray. I think this tray is 23 or 21. And then this is my lead pot. And I started these on the 17th as well. I might up pot a couple of these out of here. That's a 21 tray system. And these, I also started in just seed starting mix. I started all of these on the 26th, and these are my Asian greens. So these are the most sensitive to the sun, so I'll probably be keeping these in the longest. And these are some that I started in some peat pellets. And then this is just some seed starting mix. And these were all started on August 30th, and these are just flowers. All right, let's get started potting up. So I have all my supplies out and ready. I have filled up my trays with seed starting mix, and I have my AeroGarden seed starting system here. I'm gonna go ahead and start up potting. I'm doing this indoors, so I have my what I call my seed starting rug pulled out. It's just an old rug that I use for any kind of messy indoor things, paint stains, soil. So I have my seed starting rug out, and everything's laid out, and I'm gonna get started up potting, and I'll show you how I do that. One tip to remember when you're doing seed starting in a hydroponic system is you don't want to let it get too big. This one has gotten a little big, so the roots start to get really long and tangle with each other. So I'm gently easing it out, and then I'll look to determine whether or not I want to split the sponge or if I just want to take the weakest one off. In this case, I decided to just remove the weakest one, and then I just put it in a cup of clear water, and that gives me time to work without the sponge drying out. Now I'm going back in and determining which one I want to work on next. And this one has really long roots. It actually has 3 plants. And I'm going to go ahead and keep all 3 of these plants. So I'll be separating the sponge. Then I'll take the handle of this wooden spoon and make a hole right in the center of my cup in some moistened seed starting mix. And that way the sponge will slip right in. And then I'll just tuck it in, making sure all the roots are covered, and just fill it in with the seed starting mix. All I need to do now is label it, and it's ready to go, ready to start up potting the next plant. The AeroGarden seed starting system, or any hydroponic system, is my favorite way to start seeds. I've done this with my lead pot system as well. This AeroGarden seed starting system has 23 spaces for sponges, but as you can see, I was able to get 3 plants out of 1 sponge, so you can get more plants than what it's labeled for. The biggest benefit of starting seeds in a hydroponic system to me is that you do not have to worry about watering your seedlings while they're growing in. One of the quickest ways that I've killed some seedlings is by letting them dry out. And with the hydroponic systems, you don't have to worry about how often they're being watered. By the time I uppot them, they're large enough to withstand a little bit more. And if the temperatures were right outside, I could go ahead and start transplanting them outside. And they grow faster in the hydroponic system, so if you waited till the last minute, this is the way to go. So I have the first round planted up, and I'm going to show you the seeds that I've uppotted so far. This first one is a purple cauliflower, and I actually have 3 of those. And these are some purple of Sicily cauliflower that Miss Linda of the New Orleans Gardener sent to me. So I won those seeds. That's the first one. And then I have some winter boar kale. And these are some Johnny seeds. And then this is broccoli rabe. And I have actually 3 of these. And these are some burpee seeds. I have some yellow chard. And those are some M.I. Gardner seeds. And here's the yodfa. 2 yodfas. And that actually is a type of Chinese broccoli. Tastes like a cross between asparagus and broccoli, only sweeter. Good heat resistance. So that might be one to look into for a lot of southern gardeners. And I have some Top Bunch 2.0 collards. It's these. Those did really well for me last year, really well. And these are some Haas seed. And then I have a couple of purple broccoli. And those are, and then I have a scarlet kale. Just one of these so far. I have a lot of others planted, but I've just uppotted one so far. And then I have a purple Vienna kohlrabi. It's leaning to the side. And these are some seeds I got from Etsy, Zella Jake Farm and Garden. And I've had these for a couple of years now. So this is everything I have uppotted so far, so just stick with me. I'll keep you posted on when I uppot more and when I get ready to transition things outside. So thanks for watching. Happy growing.